Hi all, this is Hannah with Deanna Girls Designs, and I wanted to share this video with you. I've gotten into making junk journals and I just love it. Just the whole vintage feel and, the retro themes and everything. And I've got, some things I'm working on now. For next month, I'm going to be making some Valentine's themed junk journals, retro stuff from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So I thought, well, I'm going to go to Goodwill because other people were going to Goodwill and finding, old books. So I thought I'm gonna go and see what I can find. So in this bag is what I found today. Now, I didn't find what I wanted. Ideally what I would like is some magazines, from the 50s or 60s. It's hard to get your hands on that. I do have some other places I'm going to go check, and if I do find those or some other stuff, I will be posting a video for it. But this is what I got today. Some of it's love themed, some not. I did want to get some kids stuff. This is a book, Words to Know, and I thought it was really neat. Now this edition is actually, it's actually 1990. That was the second. This is the second print. The initial print. Well, it says, I don't know. On here it says 1990, Chicago 1990. I think it was probably used in schools, Standard Educational Corporation. Might have been used in schools or something. It says copyright 1989, and then before that, the copyright was 1969. So maybe the layout and pictures and everything stayed the same, maybe. But I do like it either way, whether it's the same as from the 60s or or they changed it up for the 90s. Either way, I do like it. I like the size of the pages and everything, and it just goes through the alphabet. So I really do. I really do like the pictures and everything. This would be great, a kids themed book or school. Let's see here. Let's see, and since we're doing kids stuff, might as well show the other books too. Okay, this one is a child's first book of nursery tales. And this one, I cannot remember what it said here. This one is 1983. And it looks like that's the only copyright of this book. You can see a kid colored in it. But it's nursery rhymes. If I can get my hands on nursery rhymes from the 60s or 70s, that would be great. I searched all through their books, and I can't remember. I may have some encyclopedias from the 70s. I can't remember. I just picked up stuff, threw it in my buggy, and just went and checked out because my son was very fussy and it was stressing me out. So I just threw everything in the buggy and left. So anyway, that's really neat there. Let's see, do I have any more kids stuff in here? Yeah, this is it's an encyclopedia, or it looks like, about animals. All the world's animals, carnivores. Tour Star Books. And I cannot remember what the copyright is. I mean, it looks new, but I think it was at least the 80s, if not 1984. Yeah. And did it have a copyright before that? It doesn't look like it. So anyway, but just something. I like just some of the different pictures. It's very informational as well. My daughter, she loves looking at books. She's a very smart kid. She likes to look at pictures and learn, which is good. Hopefully that stays the same and doesn't change as she gets older. But yes, I thought this was pretty neat. You know, just kind of goes into different things. And I think that was all the kids' stuff. Let me see what else is in this bag here. I was able to get my hands on some cooking related stuff. This is a Woman's Day Encyclopedia of Cookery, Volume 3. And this was copyright 1966. So how cool is that? So I was really excited to get that. So just really neat. It's just different. You know, from the 60s to the 80s to, you know, now, of course, it's different. You know, so this is really neat, of course. You know, so I definitely will be using this in something. And I was going to take a look. I'm going to look at it later, because there may be some Valentine's themed cookies or candies that I could actually use in my junk journals I'm going to make. Okay, let's see. So what's next? Also, what I found, this is Sunset Garden and Patio Building Book. I got this because I kind of want to make, you know, a themed junk journal for each month. So for March, I'm thinking, you know, maybe like spring or nature. So this is, you know, Garden and Patio Building Book. I do like it as far as, you know, it kind of gets into some of the engineering side of it. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. You know, shows, you know, a gazebo, how to build a gazebo and everything. So I thought that was really neat. And let me see the date on this book. Well, it says 15th printing, June 1975. Okay, so this is a 1975 book, and the previous and first edition was 1969. So that's really neat. I like this. Okay, and so what I found as far as love themed, this is not, it's Love's Abiding Joy, which I do love all of Jeanette Oak's books. I read them growing up as a kid. They're just really nice, wholesome books. So I went ahead and got this. You know, of course, this is not, I mean, it's 1983. But in writing it, I read somewhere in here, it looked like it was staged back in the 50s, or maybe even before then. I'd have to look. Some of the books are different times. I think the original publication of this book was 1935. It says Oak, Jeanette, 1935, Love's Abiding Joy. And then republished in 1983. That's pretty cool. So I thought, you know, who knows, may do something with it. I did find this. I mean, of course, this is, you know, love stuff. And I picked it up, well, mainly because just trying to find something romantic. Let's see here. What was the copyright? Now, this one, the copyright's 1978. You know, it's got some different stuff. You know, some different stories in here. Some of them may be, you know, set back in further back in time. But so I just thought, well, you never know. So I just picked that up anyway. Okay, and then here's the other story. In fact, let me see something here. You take if I took the backing off, I just want to see the actual book itself. It's pretty nice, isn't it? And it's got 3 stories. Yeah, the actual core of the book, it's really good. You know, the actual spine and everything. Okay, and then the other book, I really liked this book. It's a nice fabric book. I mainly picked it up for that, you know, to take the pages out and just use the book itself, you know, to make a junk journal, you know, like, a fully dressed junk journal. Let me see what the copyright is on this, because I don't even know if I checked. Well, it's 2012, but it doesn't really matter. I really just bought the book for itself, which, I mean, of course, this is probably a good book anyway, just to, you know, just to have, you know, just some of the different stories in it. You know, I like Charles Dickens. Okay, so that was all of the books that I got. Let me go grab the Valentine's junk journals. Well, not the actual journals, but the stuff I'm using, and I'll show it. Okay, so here's what I've got, and I'm just kind of putting, you know, just some random things together, and it may, I'm trying to think, I've just got this camera set up on a tripod here, well, and that might even be easier. Okay, so I've got, this is just some regular printer copier paper. I tea stained it, you know, in some different, you know, and I did one a little bit darker, and then the next batch I did a lighter color. You can see how light that is. It's amazing how when you tea stain the paper, it makes it look, you know, old, which is really cool. So, and I can just, you know, just kind of do a variated, you know, and then one of the pages tea stained like that. That's pretty neat looking. So anyway, so I've got some sheets here. I've also got some bits of ephemera that I had printed off of the public domain. I've got some various things here I wanted to show you. Some are just so cute. This is a postcard. Valentine greetings, the world is ours, if you'll be mine. So cute. And then here's another postcard, but I printed it small. I may do a bigger copy as well. You can't really see that too much. And a lot of this stuff is on the public domain, which is really neat to get. And if it's on there, then that means there's no copyright to it, which I really like, or that's what I've been told. Now, you know, and I've read up on it just to make sure. So here's some other different things, little Valentine cards, and you know, I cut them out in little small images to use as ephemera in the junk journals. Just really cute. And then here's some that I need to cut out. And then here's a couple of other ones as well. Let's see here. So that is that. And then here's also, this is really neat. It's a vintage library card, you know, with the date stamped on it. And the last date stamp, what does it say? I can't tell if that's 1952 or 1962. November 28th, 1962 maybe. And so I just printed 4 of those, you know. So that is really neat there. Okay, excuse me, I've got alarms going. And here is this paper that I also had printed off. This is just, I think like a ledger receipt, customer's order number, address, date. So I printed off a couple of these just on printer paper because typically this paper's thin anyway, you know, the receipt paper and everything that you get in little receipt booklets. So I just printed that off on printer paper. And then also, well, now this I just copied just to remind myself that I'm going to use this. This is from an 1803 Farmer's Almanac for the month of February. And then here's just some stained pages using the Tim Holtz, I think antique linen. And then here's some pages that I had picked out to kind of go with, you know, the journals. This is some vellum paper, really pretty. And then here are some various 12 by 12 cardstock sheets. Let's see, I think, yeah, there we go. I think that's a really pretty page. And then here's just little polka dots. And then this page, I really like this page. So this is what I've got picked out so far. Here's just a couple of envelopes I grabbed. I may do something with these. So this is just what I've got so far. You know, you just kind of grab here and there, and you know, and you may or may not use everything. You just want to grab everything that comes to mind, you know, so you've got it in case you end up using it. So so this is kind of a preview, you know, on the February junk journals. So I'm really excited, you know, to show you what I've gathered so far in it. Of course, I do have a lot of other, you know, digital images on my computer, so I'll just be kind of posting videos along the process of it, you know, kind of let y'all know what, you know, what they'll be looking like and everything. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below. And that's pretty much it for now. Thanks so much. Bye.